at least phase implementation starting with kindergarten, grades 1, 4, 7 next school year. But prior to that phase implementation, we are doing pilot implementation. And we had identified 7 regions, 35 schools to do the pilot implementation. And you may know by now that one of the 7 regions doing the pilot implementation is Region 2. And out of the 35 pilot schools, we have 5 schools here in Region 2. And yesterday, we were able to visit and listen to the sharings of our school leaders and teachers doing the pilot implementation. So, early part of next year, we are scheduled to do a national summit inviting the RDs, ARDs, superintendents, other educational leaders, as well as teachers of our pilot schools. But prior to that national summit, Asec China said that we do a convergence, at least of one pilot region for us at the central office, at least the city family, to have a feel of how we will run the national summit. And that explains why we are here for the convergence of the school officials or school leaders of the pilot schools of Region 2. When we are planning for this, of course, we are very thankful kasi DepEd offered o yung term, inalay po niya si Chief of DepEd to be the focal or the contact person of our strand to plan out for this event, the Convergence. So, sabi ni Ma'am, it should be before the end of school year, no? Rather, before the end of the fiscal year. Busy si Ma'am, busy rin kayo. So, hindi kami talaga makahanap ng dates. But of course, sabi ni Ma'am, before we end the fiscal year. So, last course, I called up DepEd kasi sabi ni Chief of DepEd, Ma'am, tawagan mo na si RD para mangyayari ito so that this will materialize. So, I called up DepEd and DepEd told me that you're scheduled to have your MANCOM. And he's willing, and siya ka very supportive, no? He's willing to reschedule your MANCOM in favor of the Convergence. So, sabi ko, let's meet halfway, RD. Pwede naman siguro na matuloy yung MANCOM ninyo, matuloy yung Convergence on the same day. But we will have it to convene dun sa STO Isabela or Kawayan kasi yung mga pilot divisions. Pero kung may paraan talaga, mangyayari. Kaya we meet halfway, nandito na, we maintain the schedule, we adjust the revenue, and all of us are now together for these 2 very important events bago tayo magbakasyon. Okay, so maraming salamat DepEd, ARD10 for that. The personal note, I am very happy to be back here. As mentioned, I was your RD for 9 months. When I was informed that I will be assigned here in Region 2, I immediately accepted the assignment. Hindi po alam ni Ma'am Torio, but some of you might know, lalo na si ASDS Manifest. My late father, served as ARD of Region 2. So I immediately accepted the assignment that I would be pure ARD. Unfortunately, when I was, yun na nga, kasi mag-election ban na yun. I was here, I reported in January 2015, prior to the national elections held in 2015. It was the lowest point in my moment in my life. Alam niyo na rin yan. No? So, hindi ko na rin sa mga, bago kasi yung mga kasama ko sa central office like Asec China. 2 months before I assumed. No? So I was already informed na mag-ano ko. Siguro mga September or August yun. But 2 months before I assumed the ARD shift in Region 2, I was widowed. So that was the lowest point in my life. But as the saying goes, when it's the lowest point in your life, you'll find a light. And again, nasabi ko na rin ito nung nagpaalam ako sa inyo, I found a light here in Region 2 because I was able to find 10 families. The 9 SDOs of Region 2 plus my regional office family in Region 2. And so, I'm back because I also made a promise before in May of 2022. I was here with the Asec DATs, alam ni RD Benya, and all the superintendents and our friends from Santa Ana. Kasi sabi ko, RD Ben, can you please post yung retirement namin ni Asec DATs? Kasi si Asec DATs was the former city undersecretary, the predecessor of Asec China. And of course, I love to mention also that the predecessor of Asec DATs is Asec Lorna, who was your RD, who was my RD. So, si Asec Lorna, nakilala ko lang siya sa region ko. Kasama lang kami sa region ko. Pero before that, talagang tinitingala ko na siya. She was our NAIAP director, and she is a good speaker. So, yun. So, I'm just so, parang lots of blessings. No? But you cannot have all the blessings. But somehow I would like to mention to you all the blessings that I have when working with I always keep on telling, I'm so blessed to work with 3 undersecretaries, RD Asec Lorna, Asec DATs, and now Asec China. So as I was saying, Asec DATs was bent on filing his retirement. So sabi ko, RD Ben, can you please host our retirement ni RD Ben? Kasi I want to retire in Region 2. But prior to that, of course, alam niyo naman, I was assigned in only 2 regions, assigned in only 3 SDOs before my assignment in my present position. I was only assigned in Region 1, Region 2, and SDO Pang 1, Pang 2, and SDO Dagupan City. So, yun, nung mag-ano na, Region 1 also hosted our retirement, and then I thought it wise that we also go to Region 2 for the retirement, no? But I made a promise also to Sir Orly, who was our immediate host there, who was the superintendent of Cagayan. Sabi ko, Sir Orly, pag nari-appoint ako, babalik ako rito. That's why I'm making that promise. I will visit again Region 2. That's the reason why ma'am, we brought the STEM Summit here. The STEM Summit hosted by Regional Office number 2 and the immediate host is kasi marami pa kaming gagawin is Tuguegarao City, but I know the support support extended by all the divisions in the conduct of that summit. We brought the summit, as explained, is part of our implementation plan when Direct Lay and I were so privileged to be afforded that training grant sponsored by Asian Productivity Organization. So nag-STEM Summit, syempre kasama ulit ang Region 1 at saka Region 2. We had it twice here in Region 2. Yung culmination program was held in Region 2, and so we invited all the STEM advocates from Region 1 to be here in Region 2 for the combination activity. And part of the team also is kapamilya, kapatid, kapuso rin ng Region 2. As mentioned, the former ASDS of Nueva Vizcaya, who is now the D3 of PCT. So, ma'am, we made him as part of that summit in his capacity as the GB for Rexam. So, yun na po. And then I also explained na talagang I'm putting premium on that STEM summit because you are the GB for STEM, senior STEM Ed. Yun. And then, yun na, lapit na ako matapos. Yun nga po, again, we are very fortunate dahil nagsama-sama tayo lahat. Sabi ko nga kay ma'am, you know what? You had, I don't know the term, they had been frustrated. Region 2 was sort of frustrated twice because they had extended the invitation twice for you to join this STEM Summit, diba? Sir Teng, ako'y panganang part ni Ma'am eh. So yun, that was the first summit. And then the culmination where we had the Region 1 here and all the SDSS, ASDSS were here. Ano na naman, you know the schedule of Ma'am. So again, thank you. Andito si Ma'am, kasama ako sa masaya kasi I always feel that I is still part of the Region 2 family. So Ma'am, thank you very much. Bago, at least Ma'am, win-win po tayo. Yung sinabi niyo po sa akin na mag-summit, I was able to fulfill it in your favor, and me bringing you here in Region 2, pinagbigyan mo po ako si Direct Lay and Direct Sam and everyone else. So in closing, there are really a lot of things to celebrate, no? Just like now, you have your month-long. I was looking at your program. Sabi ko, wala naman nakalagay na contentious issues dito, but I heard our DepEd saying na each division will present its accomplishments and perhaps pressing yung mga upcoming plans nyo. So that's good news because you are ending the fiscal year in the right note, no? But just the same, the usual cliche, marami na kayong ginawa. How was it? Take around, what's your battle cry? Yung thing, marami pang darating, pero marami pang dapat yung parang ganon, tas alam ko ganon. So what I'm saying is, congratulations to all your accomplishments, but it's still a long journey, and we at the Central Office will always be your ally in your mission in providing quality basic education to our learners. And we do hope that Region 2 will always be also our ally in the implementation of all DepEd programs and projects, especially our city programs and projects. Region 2, Cagayan, at number 1. Maraming salamat po.